Hi, my name is Beth Peart Weeks, and I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I would like to talk to you a little bit about why I have accepted the Blue Bead Challenge. The Blue Bead Challenge is an invitation to us to wear a blue bead around our wrist in order to promote conversation, dialogue about modern slavery. An estimated 21 million people today live in slave circumstances. This means that they have inadequate access to the necessities of life. They are unable to freely come and go from their workplaces. They are subject to beatings. They are subject to torture. They are subject even to murder because their lives are considered expendable. This could include children who work in forced labor conditions. This could be the garment workers that make the cheap underwear that you buy at the big W store, at the big T store. It could be fishermen who are out on the sea trying to catch fish that go into the making of pet food, who can be tossed overboard, for the least infraction. It can be the sex worker at the massage parlor up your street who's been forced into that circumstance by criminal elements who has perhaps been either kidnapped or tricked into thinking that they're going to be going abroad for some exciting venture and discover that they have to pay off the debt of their transit on their backs. So what can you do? You can, first of all, talk to people about it. Ask yourself how your desires, how your habits, how your wants contribute to the existence of slavery in the modern world. Change maybe where you shop, what you shop for. If you have a skill in sewing, perhaps start teaching young people how to sew again, because that's a skill that is no longer considered essential and is no longer taught in schools. I'm a bead artist, so in addition to feeling connected to the Blue Bead project simply by the fact that it's a sort of using beads to talk about this situation, it's made me look more closely at where the beads I use are made and under what circumstances and situations that they are made in. Are they made ethically? Are they made in places where people earn a decent wage for their labor? Is it safe for them? If you're a teacher, talk to your students. If you're a parent, talk to your child. And I have to say, as a true confession, one of the things that makes me feel very strongly about participating in this initiative is the fact that I had discovered over the last year that my first known ancestor in the New World his name was Samuel Fuller the Younger, and he was a Mayflower passenger, and he survived the first year at Plymouth. He was a very, very young man at the time. But when he died, and he lived and prospered very well as a colonist, but when he died, he bequeathed Native American man to his heirs. He bequeathed this Native American man to his heirs as chattel. And to me, that it was obviously a different time, but it still seemed to me unacceptable, and it was the sort of thing that I had to accept was a part of my ancestry, and I'm sure that there are ancestors of mine somewhere in the deep dark past who also perhaps participated in the historic slave trade in North America. And so by taking a stand against slavery in the modern world, I'm also hoping to address some of the what I perceive to be an obligation to not just my ancestors, but to the ancestors of people who may have been held as chattel by them, that this was not right. This is still not right. Thank you. Have a discussion. Wear a blue bead.